What it do, everybody? It's your boy LOG from Where There's Smoke. Uh, I kind of had a video before this where I was fucking everything up, so I just decided to go from scratch. But if you've been living under a rock or you don't know what's going on, there was an attempted assassination on Trump's life last Saturday at a rally in Pennsylvania. So initially, I wanted to go live and talk about it right away, but I kind of held off. Uh, partially because I had things going on, but also kind of wanted to get the temperature in the room and just see what people were thinking about it, and get people's first instincts, kind of collect that, and then maybe go live and talk about it. So I'm here now. Y'all get in the chat. Let me know what y'all think, first impressions, and then after seeing some of the news and stuff come out, if that changed or if it reaffirmed what you thought, or if you still don't know what to think. I'm kind of in that boat a little bit. I kind of want to take it all in and not rush to make a judgment like I maybe have in the past when big events like this happen. So I have a couple videos to react to. I'm going to get into these, give some commentary. If I have any comments or whatever in the chat, then we can get into some dialogue and just see what everybody thinks about this. It's definitely the biggest thing going on in the world right now, and definitely the United States. So I kind of want to start off by saying I kind of mentioned in my last stream that I got rid of, but last election cycle there was this guy. His YouTube channel was Barely Informed with a Lot. He would go out and do street interviews and ask questions about excuse me, about which candidate you would vote for, what policies you liked, and all that kind of stuff right around the election cycle. And he had some really good content. He stayed pretty neutral. He got like good interviews. And I haven't seen him this cycle, but it seemed that this guy, Nick Shirley, has kind of replaced him from what I've seen. Not replaced him, but he's filling the void. And this is posted, this video of him asking Democrats if they still can trust Biden was posted probably about a week or two after the debate and the day before the Trump shooting. So I think I might react to this in another video, but I just kind of wanted to show this just to kind of give some context, and you can go check it out if you want.
Democrats are losing their trust in Joe Biden.
There's only one choice right now.
And who's that?
That's gotta be Biden.
I love Joe Biden so much.
Gotta be
I
Biden?
do, but
Wait.
Do you think Democrats are losing their trust in Joe Biden?
There's only one choice right now.
And who's that?
That's gotta be Biden.
I love Joe Biden so much. I do, but on the debate, I feel like he was like way off.
Are Democrats losing faith in Joe Biden?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think it would be a good idea if they replaced Joe Biden with
That
Gavin
was a sick
Newsom? I'm
skater,
here
dude.
in the city of Seattle, Washington, and today we are going to be asking Democrats and the people of Seattle if they still trust in Joe Biden. Washington State and the city of Seattle is well known for being one of the most democratic states here in America, and I've seen a lot of news lately about Democrats not trusting Joe Biden. A lot of people don't know if Joe Biden is still fit to run for re-election in the upcoming election. So today we're going to be asking Democrats and the people of Seattle if they still trust in Joe Biden. Do you still trust in Joe Biden?
Yes, I do.
Why so?
Well, never mind. Sorry.
Do you still trust in Joe Biden?
No,
Do you think Democrats are losing their trust in Joe Biden?
I think they shouldn't have trust in him in the first place.
Who should people have more trust in, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, 100%.
Do you still trust in Joe Biden? Do you guys still trust in Joe Biden?
I do not, absolutely not. I hope he passes away and Camila becomes the first black president.
Camila.
Do you still trust in Joe Biden?
No, I don't.
And who do you
I
think?
mean, you know what? I had my son 2 years ago, and that was the first time ever out of all my kids that I ran out of baby formula, and look at our gas prices now and everything, all because of Joe Biden.
Would you say life's been a lot harder for people since Joe Biden's been president?
Yes, I would.
After what you saw in the debate, does it worry you about Joe Biden's health?
I'm not worried about his health. He's probably going to die soon, so.
Do you think Joe Biden dies before the election even happens?
Oh, yeah. Look at him. Could barely have his words come out. Right. He's probably not even all up in there.
Wow.
Do Democrats still trust Joe Biden?
No, I don't trust.
Anyway, I'll react to this maybe another time, but this guy's doing some getting out there, hitting the path, and getting some good reactions. So. Alright, this I think is... Okay, this is the same guy posting his thoughts about the assassination and kind of how it's pushed him more in favor of Trump. So I just kind of, I'm sure that's like a popular opinion amongst many people, but I just kind of wanted to hear what he had to say and kind of commentate on that and see what y'all thought. Oh my goodness.
What can I say? Today was a horrific day for the American people, and especially for people that support Donald Trump. And for the first time ever, I'd like to come on here and say that Donald Trump has my support and he has my respect 100% at this point in time.
Wow.
And I will be voting for Donald Trump. I've never said who I'll be voting for on this channel. I've done many videos where I ask people in certain locations who they're going to be voting for, yet I have never revealed who I am going to be voting for. But I can now say confidently that I will be voting for Donald Trump, and I support him, especially after what happened today.
Sucker.
I find it extremely interesting that a lot of times when political leaders or people in the
I say that and I make fun, but like I actually do like this guy and admire the, or not like this guy, but like I like the work he's doing. And I admire the courage it takes to like get out, be face to face with people, risk people getting mad, and who knows what all when it comes to politics. People's emotions getting high, but he's out there willing to like take the risk, take the hate or whatever, and hit the path and get people's opinions, which I value. That's why I've watched several of his videos, so I do value the job this guy's doing.
the history, such as people I used to learn and study about when I was in school, oftentimes got killed if they were on the right side of history. JFK was assassinated, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, MLK was assassinated, and even Jesus Christ himself was crucified. And those four people
Just throw those all together. Abe Lincoln, MLK, who else? And Jesus.
that are on the right side of history. JFK was assassinated, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, MLK
JFK, MLK, Abe Lincoln, Jesus.
was assassinated, and even Jesus Christ himself was crucified. And those four people that I just mentioned, they were on the right side of history. A lot of times I think it's a good sign to know who is actually doing something good and who is doing something right if they are being persecuted and they are being attacked. And I believe it's the same with Donald Trump. And in my life,
Don't you think? Hear me out. Don't you think they could potentially be making Trump seem like he's on the right side of history and that he's sticking up for us and that he's like a Jesus. He's like a, it's not even fair to compare Jesus to these other people. It's kind of silly, but he wants to make it seem like because there's all these evil people out to get him and he's the one standing up for what's right, that he's on the right side of history. It's like, what if that's a farce and they're playing up this thing and they're making Trump seem like he's the good guy? Like, just because the left is overly persecuting him, they're doing that on purpose to make it seem like, oh, you're the enemy of the left, you must be a good guy. That's kind of the rationale with Trump right now. Oh, the left is so crazy and he's standing up against them, he's a hero. Not necessarily. So I think we just need to be careful of what narratives we're like playing into and what they're selling us. Because as I'm going to break down more and more through this, and after I get through this guy's video, we're going to actually watch the Trump, that little clip that he played again, but we're going to watch the shooting again, break down a bunch of stuff. We're really going to question if this is organic or if this is a product that's being sold to us and something that is, if nothing else, a good distraction for now, because no one else can think about anything else meaningful of big importance. People are still focused in their day-to-day lives for sure, but when it comes to like things that affect the world on a large scale, everyone's focusing on this. So that's a problem. And then also it's a problem because it's getting people that think Trump's a patriot, he's standing up for what's right, he's standing up against the left, but that doesn't mean he's really fighting for what's right. So we just need to be careful. And I know people think he is, but we really need to question if he aligns with the kind of person that God wants you to be and the kind of person that Jesus was. And if you're a God-fearing person and you believe in God and you want to be close to God, you should ask yourself if you see yourself ending up as someone like Trump, or if you know what I mean? At the end of your journey, when you're at the end of your life and you've worked on yourself as much as you can and you're trying to be as close to God as you can, because that should be everyone's goal, to be as close to God as you can. So hopefully the longer you go in life, the closer you get. Do you see yourself being like Trump when you are as close to God as you can be? You know, whatever your goals in life, do you see that? Like, I just don't know. I think people need to really reflect on if Trump is someone that they would look up to, that they admire, that they would want around them, that they want to be like. Um, you know, I think a lot of people have been tricked into admiring him and thinking that he's fighting for something that's good, but I really, really would just encourage people that are supporters of Trump to take a second look and really question certain things. And I might not even be asking the right questions, but there are certain questions that you can ask yourself that when you start thinking the answer to them, it'll lead you to see that Trump is not maybe who you thought he was, and maybe not the best role model, or like the best you know, just because he's opposing the Democrats doesn't mean he's Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Just in the long and short. But anyway.
Time as a 22-year-old, I've never seen somebody been attacked so much by the media, by other people, and by other groups as much as Donald Trump. And to me, that is a sign that Donald Trump is the man that is doing the...
See, just because he's being attacked so much, that could be, if we know the left and really all politicians and all politics as a whole are crooked, but especially it's obvious and more people are coming around the idea that the left is crooked. If the left is crooked, think about what they would pull to get their way and to fucking win. They would put someone on the opposite side that's a puppet that they can ramp up, that they can say, make look like a hero when he's battling them. I just really encourage people to take a second look.
The right thing. I believe now more than ever that it's time for people to wake up, or we are literally going to lose to the devil. It's time for people to choose between right.
These people are both working for the devil. That's what this guy doesn't understand.
And wrong, between good and bad, between Jesus and the devil. It has never been more important for people to choose between good and bad. And I personally believe that Donald Trump is on the right side of history, and I think he is the person that the devil does not want to win and does not want to control America, because obviously America is a superpower here in the world, on Earth. America is the #1 country. However, if we keep going where we're going, we will not be. But I want to go in.
Do you think God cares about political games and power? Excuse me. And like the things Trump has cared about his whole life, like money and gold and hotels and fucking people over in real estate deals and like having sex with hot women, all these hot women, whether they wanted it or not, whether it was consensual or not? Like, is this the kind of person that God wants us to be? Like, and I'm not trying to condemn this man. I'm not the judge, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, he's not some savior that, like, thank God he's here. He's rational. He's loving. He's caring. He's compassionate. He leads by example. It's like he's barely getting the job done. So I just want to hit that home because that's how I see things. But you know, I could be wrong. That's you know, these are all just my opinions. But I would encourage this guy to study history a little more, study Donald Trump a little more, and, you know, it's hard to go through the system without coming out dirty. It's like the opposite of the laundry. You know what I'm saying?
To what we saw here today at the attempted massacre and assassination of Donald Trump. Horrific. Absolutely horrific. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what happened. Donald Trump held a rally July 13th in Pennsylvania. And as you see right here in this video, we're going to watch this video and we're going to start from the very beginning, about around 4.
All right, I'm going to give analysis, so I don't really want to watch the rest of his video giving analysis. Y'all can check it out if you want to, though. Feel more than free. Shout out Nick Shirley. He has this video, and he has other good videos, like I said, asking people street questions about politics and stuff during the election cycle. So I just wanted to watch the beginning. That's actually all I've seen of this video myself. But I thought it was interesting that he decided to officially declare his support for Trump after this. And as I talked about earlier, I thought that was interesting. And I'm sure it's pushing a lot of people that way and reaffirming a lot of others. So it's like a huge rallying point. I mean, obviously. So anyway. All right. Now, I'm pretty sure this is just a very, very basic news video of them covering the shooting. So this is kind of going to be like our start off to the whole thing. And then we have several other videos that kind of go a little bit more in depth with each video. So we're going to kind of watch these and give our opinion and kind of see what's going on.
Oh, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened. see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Where did that first bullet go? Because the first bullet just got shot right now. Who got hit behind him? As we're gonna, like, as I said a minute ago, we're gonna watch some videos coming up that break down angle of the shooter, Trump, all this shit. The shooter, well, we're gonna do it in the video coming up, but most people probably know the shooter is in front of Trump, 150 yards, and slightly to his right. So basically, because it hits him in the ear that's not facing the camera right now. Who behind Trump in the crowd to the camera and our right, who got hit behind him? If they're shooting multiple shots we just heard or we're about to hear, who got hit behind Trump, if anybody? If the bullet barely missed his ear and other shots missed, who the fuck got hit behind him? Nobody? I think there were one or two people hit, and we're going to hear about that too, but I'm very skeptical of everything. We're going to break down every bit of this, people.
Oh, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
I heard 3 shots. I heard 1, 2, 3. So I guess it's possible that it could have, hit 1 or 2 people and then missed what have you. I'm real surprised that none of these people in the audience ran. That's crazy to me. Look at this guy trying to get a picture over here on the lower left. No one in these stands back here seems to really feel like their life is threatened because none of them are running. Like, if I heard gunshots, I'd be trying to get the fuck out of there. I would not be chilling in the stands. You got me fucked up. I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all get me in the comments. Y'all think this is weird? Look at these people on the upper left that are just looking. You faggots. I guess these people assume like no one would want to kill them. But it's like, dude, I'd be gone. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all would do in this situation, or if y'all think they reacted about how you would have, or you think they would have. I guess they're just so confused and like not knowing what to do. This guy does not look worried at all, though, right here. And several other people just don't look quite as concerned as I would if I was there. I'd be getting the fuck out. Look at this guy in the red right here. I don't know if you can see it if I'm covering it up. Yeah, I am. But there's a guy down here in the red on the lower right that doesn't seem startled. Like, several people just barely seem... Hawkeye's here. You ready? Man, if I was these people in the stands, I'd be gone. I wonder if I just don't know, bro. And these people in front of them, too, in the crowd, they haven't scattered? They're just all watching? I guess everyone just assumes... Bro, I don't know. Something doesn't seem right.
We're clear! We're clear!
Nobody in the crowd is leaving. That's wild, though. Why is no one in the crowd leaving? Like, not even trying to leave. Not even, no one. Does that seem weird to you? What if someone tried to shoot at Trump again and accidentally shot you? Once guns are out, I'm out, bro. I mean, what the fuck? I don't get it.
I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes, sir. Hold on, your head is bloody.
Look, totally exposed right here. Let me get my shoes. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on right here. Look at all these people around him that are not shielding him from the very front, which is where the fuck he just got shot from. Like, bro, look at all these people behind him with their phones out. No one cares about getting shot.
So we gotta move to the bus.
Now they try to cover him pretty good, I guess.
Watch out.
Sylvia, those last oil
I
change
don't know,
guys.
man. With you not knowing if there could be a second shooter around, how could you stand around and it just seems like so much that I wouldn't have done if I thought there could be another shooter. All right.
A former Donald Trump. We know top officials at the FBI and the Secret Service briefed members of Congress on this. A U.S. official who is familiar with that briefing is sharing some new information about the shooter, Thomas Crooks. We're told he searched for images of President Biden and Trump. He also, they say,
A lot of times in recent years, they've gone with this whole narrative of like, we're not going to show the picture or the name because we don't want to like incentivize or motivate, provide a motive for like other people to do this. But it's like they have no problem like showing his name and picture right away. And it's interesting they say he searched for images of President Biden and Trump. Like a lot of people probably look at images of them, so that's kind of weird. It's like you didn't have anything else that he searched for that was a little more of a telltale or red flag, like that's the best you got. And it's almost like worrisome of like, I just hope they don't try to take that and run with it in the future. Like, that sounds crazy though, because who doesn't search for pictures of the president every now and then? Just like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of a very vague and weird detail to throw in there. But they said he visited the site at least once prior, which I'm wondering how they knew that. And that's very interesting.
they visited the rally site at least once before Saturday's shooting. He also searched, they say, for symptoms of depressive disorders. The FBI director says 14,000 images have been reviewed, but still, they don't have a motive. CBS's Meg Oliver with new images from Butler, Pennsylvania tonight.
Tonight, new video shows former President Donald Trump arriving at Butler Memorial Hospital. Thomas, an hour rushing him inside, the surrounding is.
There he is.
For rushing him inside the ER. Over an hour earlier, the alleged assassin, Thomas Matthew Crooks, was caught on video wandering around. A local tactical sniper also snapped this photo of him roughly 26 minutes before he climbed onto a building and attempted to kill the former president. Crooks had on him a phone and what appears to be a remote transmitter, potentially intended to set off suspicious devices he had in his car and home. According to a law enforcement bulletin obtained by CBS News, Crooks received multiple packages over the last several months, some possibly containing hazardous material. A CBS News analysis has found the sniper team closest to the shooter would have had their line of sight likely obscured by trees, making it difficult for them to.
So the second closest building to the rally, you couldn't see because there was trees between you and the next. Get to another building where you could see that second. Like, dude, how fucked is our government? These are the same fucking idiots that y'all think went to the moon. Now, which is it? They're so dumb they can't protect the former and probably the next president, or we went to the moon. Which is it? I know that's like that's almost like the example I was saying earlier. Like, you can't say because one thing is so bad or untrue that it's automatically the other thing. But it's like, bro, there's so much wrong with this. Our government's supposed to be number one, all this, blah, 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 blah. And these two things kind of do go together. Well, yeah, you can't say just because the Democrats are terrible and they're pursuing someone, that other person is great. But you can say, if we're supposed to be the greatest thing ever, how can we flub things like this?
To see him clearly. The team farther away had to reset before taking the single shot that neutralized the target. A private funeral is planned on Friday for Corey Comparatori, the retired firefighter killed. Meanwhile, 2 others have been upgraded from critical to serious condition, including 74-year-old James Copenhagen.
All right. Now this is, I don't know how many people have seen this, but seems like it's going around social media at a decent rate, and a lot of people have supposedly seen it. I believe this is a video that shows several people that like saw this guy acting weird and were like yelling and shouting out and trying to get the authorities alerted. Like within I think up to a minute and a half before he shot. like have video footage, like yelling. It's like, what the hell do we have to do to get y'all's attention? It's like super shady, bro.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
Instead, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
There he is.
Easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people. Criminals.
Someone just said officer and like pointed out to this guy. And there's, I don't know if it's in another news report or not, but supposedly they were aware of this guy up to an hour before and like saw him, knew he was shady. It's like, all right, you know someone in the premises is shady. And then with, I think, I need to see if we find it here, but if not, I'll try to find it. They said that some sort of law enforcement officer had seen him roughly an hour before the shooting and had noted that he was acting suspicious. So he's noted as a suspicious character, I guess, or whatever. And then now we have people seeing him on the roof and like yelling and nothing.
We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here.
Right on the roof.
It's much tougher.
Look at him.
It happens.
You went right on the roof, big guy.
Up here.
So wild. So I don't know. Let's see.
Is tonight the new details from the investigation into the assassination attempt on former President Trump. Video obtained by ABC station WTAE appearing to show the alleged gunman Thomas Crooks walking the perimeter of the rally about 1 hour before the former president was shot. And tonight the FBI briefing lawmakers, and a disturbing timeline has now emerged. The gunman was actually identified as a person of interest 62 minutes before the first shots were fired. He approached security, but when he saw the
Bro, how does that happen? I feel like if I was at this rally acting shady, I'd be arrested immediately. But this guy is identified as a person of interest or like a potential suspect, and he ends up getting a shot off. It's like, bro, that's severe negligence.
Magnetometers, he apparently backed away. And the Secret Service saw him on that roof a full 20 minutes before he fired at the former president.
Okay, the Secret Service saw him 20 minutes? Bro. That's inexcusable. How do we just come out and admit that, too? Like, what'd you think he was up there taking pictures? What the fuck?
So what's going on?
We gotta be better. Like, there's no way you believe this is real. How are there I fail to believe that we have the former president and probably, like I said, the future president at a rally, and we don't have better protection than this. It's like, damn. That doesn't add up to me.
On here, Pierre Thomas studying this timeline. Here's his new reporting tonight.
Tonight, stunning new images appearing to show Donald Trump's would-be assassin, Thomas Matthew Crooks, 1 hour before he opened fire. Police believe that this is Crooks in a video obtained by ABC affiliate WTAE, walking near the campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on Saturday, at one point looking towards the crowd. Sources telling ABC News, Crooks walked toward the security entrance with the magnetometers. Did something suspicious, is approached by authorities, he backs up and fades into the crowd. And tonight, the FBI briefing lawmakers.
Why didn't y'all pursue him? If he did something weird with the things at the entrance, then why didn't y'all fucking, what was it called?
Just with the magnetometers.
Magnetometers. If he's doing something weird with y'all's equipment, why don't y'all pursue him? I feel like this is stuff that if I even thought about doing, they would be on my ass so fucking fast. I'd be feeling like it was rape. I mean, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, bro. It seems like law enforcement's gone soft or weak or something. Like, this bro's fucking around with y'all's magnetometers or whatever at the gate, and y'all don't fuck his ass? What the fuck is going on?
Suspicious, is approached by authorities, he backs up and fades into the crowd.
Y'all should have faded one in his fucking ass right then. Like, bro, that's crazy to me.
And tonight, the FBI briefing lawmakers, who gave ABC News a detailed timeline. At 5:10 p.m., Crooks is first identified as a person of interest, a full 62 minutes before the first shots. At 5:30, Crooks was spotted with a rangefinder, which can be used to determine distances.
When they saw him with that, they should have been like, who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing? You're out of here. He's spotted with a rangefinder after they already think he's a person of interest? What the fuck is going on?
With target practice. Sources telling ABC News he's able to get on that
To be fair, I don't even know what the fuck a rangefinder is because I don't know shit. But, I mean, if you're a law enforcement, you fucking do. And, like, obviously they explain it. It's not hard to fucking figure out what the fuck it is. So it's like, bro, like, ah, man. It's just like, this just sounds like, if I tried to do this, I would have got arrested 10 times. During the whole, like what?
Roof by climbing over air conditioning units. At 5:52, Crooks was spotted on the roof by the Secret Service. A full 20 minutes before the shooting. 6:02, Trump takes the stage. 6:12, Crooks fires those shots.
At what point did y'all see him point the gun at Trump? Were y'all just watching him the whole time? Like, okay, 20 minutes before we got him. He's over there. Up 5 minutes till. He's got his gun out. Okay, yep, he's got his finger on the trigger. It's like, how long were y'all just watching this motherfucker jacking off? This is. I wonder how much of this, the details of this too, that we're hearing now, they're gonna want us to forget about later and act like they didn't say.
Killing one man and nearly taking Trump's life. A sniper killing Crooks 26 seconds after he fires the first shot.
It took you 26 seconds to shoot that dude after he fired the first shot? How about like 5 or 10? Gee, he could have fired 1 or 2 shots and left. He could have been like, boom, boom, out. That takes like 5 or 10 seconds. Like, bro, 26 seconds? That's terrible, dude. He could have fired several shots and been gone. This thing sounds worse and worse.
It is a split-second decision, and they have the ability to make that decision on their own.
But how Crooks was able...
You know what happens if he dies, though? No one can question him. He can't go to trial. We can't make judgment calls about what kind of person he is. None of that. It's over now.
Able to get on that roof undetected, still sending shockwaves through law enforcement. And local authorities in Butler, Pennsylvania, starting to push back.
The deputies under my control did their job and went above and
No, they didn't. I want you fired now.
beyond after the shooting stopped and the chaos began.
Well, yeah, you probably did all you could once it was over, bud. What'd you do beforehand? There's some little creepy goon creeping around there, fucking with the gates, using a fucking rangefinder, climbing up on the roof, getting seen by Secret Service 20 minutes before, by fucking random people with their phones up to a minute before. Like, where the fuck was your dumb ass and all the people that were doing a great job? Where the fuck were they? What do y'all think? If y'all are watching, get in the comments and let me know. If any of this passes the smell test, does all this seem legitimate and real to you, or is any one of these details, if not most of them, seeming a little weird? What do y'all think?
And sources telling ABC News that before the rally, local authorities warned the Secret Service that they would not be able to provide enough police personnel to cover all the buildings. Sources say the Secret Service asked for a police cruiser to be stationed at the building and that the request was denied. Officers were stationed inside the complex of buildings, but somehow everyone missed Crooks climbing onto that roof. And this new video coming in tonight...
Somehow everyone missed Crooks climbing onto that roof. Or Crooks. And his name is Crooks. I think it was, damn, I forgot his name. It's the red-haired comedian. He's real tight with Bobby Lee. I think they have a podcast together. I think it was him and Theo Vaughn. Damn, I should know that guy's name. They were kind of talking about this and riffing on it. And he was like, whatever this guy's name is. What is his name?
Request was denied. Officers were stationed inside the complex of buildings, but somehow everyone missed Crooks climbing onto that roof.
Tommy Crooks or whatever. He's like, Tommy Crooks. It sounds like a fake ass like name that like a little 5th grader came up for like a bad guy. Oh yeah, Tommy Crooks, Tommy Crooks. Or like a mafia movie name that's just like cheesy. Whatever the fuck his name is. Like the last name Crooks, it's like, really?
And this new video coming in tonight of former President Trump being brought to the hospital minutes after being shot.
I don't really care about that, but it's just like, I don't know, bro. Let's watch this. It's a breakdown of the it's a breakdown of the angles and everything. So let's see what this provides.
It's the 13th of July in Butler, Pennsylvania. Former U.S. President Donald Trump speaks at a rally. It's only days until he plans to accept the official Republican nomination. He's just minutes into his speech when shots are fired.
Take a look at what happened.
Trump got hit, but survived. Trump.
No way. That's not the angle they showed it from. That looks like he's horizontal to the stage, kind of. Like, that looks like he's... I don't know. We'll see what they say. But that looks like he's directly to the side of Trump. Like at a 90-degree angle.
Trump got hit, but survived. Someone tried to assassinate him in broad daylight. Here is how it unfolded. By the time this video is published, new details might have emerged. It's a hot, sweltering early evening as tens of thousands gather here to see Trump. Pennsylvania is one of 6 vital swing states that will help secure the win in the next presidential election. Butler skews heavily Republican, and it is a blue-collar town. Most are sitting or standing in front of the stage. Some sit on the bleachers, center, left, and right. Trump's support staff and security, including Secret Service agents, are right at the stage. Behind him are 3 large buildings. On the roof of the building on the far left and on the far right are Secret Service snipers. They are constantly scanning the surroundings, looking for threats. They can be seen in this video filmed by a crowd member.
Hello, Butler, and hello to Pennsylvania. I'm thrilled to be back.
Trump begins with his speech. Things seem normal. He turns to the right and points at a chart showing statistics on border crossings. At the same time, several people in the crowd notice a man with a gun on the roof of a building close by. It's too late.
Take a look at what happened.
All of a sudden, bullets start flying. One even gets captured on camera. Another building, about 400 feet or 120 meters north of the stage. The shots are coming from here, on the roof. The gunman is 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. He is armed with an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle. The gun was legally purchased by his father. First, he apparently fires a round of 3 shots.
Take a look at what happened.
Trump reaches up with his hand. The first bullet pierces the upper part of his right ear. He will later say that turning over to the right at that exact moment prevented the bullet from hitting him right in the head. He ducks down behind the podium, and within 3 to 4 seconds after the first shot, Secret Service agents swarm the former president and shield him with their bodies. Crooks opens fire again, immediately, with 5 more shots. Right before the first shot by Crooks, one of the snipers on the left roof behind Trump seems to detect the gunman and prepares to return fire.
Take a look at what happened.
Some outlets report that these snipers killed Crooks, while the Secret Service confirmed its personnel neutralized the shooter. We could not corroborate that it was in fact these specific agents. The gunman also hit spectators on the bleachers. 1 man died, 50-year-old Corey Comprador. 2 others were critically injured. With Trump's microphone still on, we can hear the tense exchanges among the agents. About 42 seconds after Crooks opened fire, they confirm the shooter is down. They prepare to escort him to an armored vehicle.
Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes, sir. Hold on, your head is bloody. So we gotta move to the bus. Let me get my shoes. Okay, my shoes out. Watch out. Wait.
I can see why the crowd may have not felt as threatened if the guy was like off to the side as opposed to like directly in front of Trump, where it feels like everyone would have been a lot more vulnerable to his shots. But
About 75 seconds after ducking to the ground, Trump raises his fist. He's mouthing the words, "Fight, fight, fight." The resulting photos immediately travel around the entire world.
you're damn lucky there wasn't another gunman, because he could have taken your ass out in a hot second right at this moment. And that's crazy that no one was.
The crowd starts to chant for the former president as he leaves the stage, bleeding.
What if this guy had an accomplice that was a psychopath in the first or second row and just pulled out a gun right then and shot you in the head? I mean, I guess he could have done that at the very beginning, but it's like, damn, y'all definitely would have been not ready for it at this moment. Y'all were slipping already, so I don't know.
Trump is then rushed to a hospital.
All right, I've seen enough of this. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. There's a lot about it that seems shady. The fact that they knew about this guy, you know, Secret Service knew about him an hour beforehand. They saw him on the building 20 minutes beforehand. People were shouting about him like a minute before he took the shot. And then it took him 26 seconds, almost half a minute, to get this guy killed. And I'm surprised they would admit all those errors. So it just seems to me that they want everyone to question this. They want a lot of conversation about this, whether you love it, hate it, just want to analyze it like I do. There's a lot to talk about, and there's no clear answer or clear, like, super right conclusion from it. Now, there might be 6 months down the road, you can say, you know, now that with hindsight, we can see what happened from it. We can say this, and this happened. But at this point, we can't really know what the outcome of it is going to be fully. So it's just something that's good to, like, kind of waste your time more or less talking about. So it's something fun to debate, but I'm definitely going to monitor how much time I give it, because I feel it is something that's used. As I just said, there might be something that the elites and that the powers that be are going to use this to push an agenda going forward. But if nothing else, it's just a giant distraction. And like I said a while back in the stream, anything that people are focused on a large scale is that right now. So people are still getting their day-to-day shit done, what have you, but like anything big or large scale, everyone's thinking about Trump right now. No other big entertainer thing is really getting any kind of a push right now. Not that that's really important, but that just tells me that it's a distraction, if nothing else. So it's something to get people talking about, and possibly even get people divided over. So we'll see. I definitely will keep this topic in the back pocket, and maybe on the next podcast there'll be more details that we can flesh out and talk about it more at that time. But y'all get in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Overall quality of the stream and everything, and how that could have been better. But also just on Trump, how you think this changed the election, and do you think this changed his base? Obviously, it pushed them more towards him, but other than the obvious, what is a hot take that you think maybe it changed, or something that it did with the political landscape? Or do you think anyone that wasn't going to vote for Trump is now? That sort of thing. More than likely, it just gave him a lot of power and like really ramped him up going into the Republican National Convention. And I think a lot of Republicans that were probably 50-50 are like, I want to vote Republican, but I don't want Trump. Now they're like more solidly behind him. That's pretty obvious, but I think that's the safe thing for me to say, because that is what seems to be most obvious, is that it's ramping up his base. I don't think anyone that hated Trump hates him more now, or hates him less. But I think the people that were behind him, or that were maybe on the fence, are leaning more, or really behind him. And maybe, though, some people on an overall just American level, when they think his life was legitimately at stake, they think, man, you think a loss of life was at stake, then you think, oh, it's serious, like, he's willing to die for this, he's one of us, and it starts humanizing him, and maybe you start thinking that you could vote for him. So it definitely could be like a hat trick. And like that video I was reacting to of the Nick Shirley YouTube channel, I think we just need to be careful of automatically going to something because it's the opposite of something else, i.e. I'm going to vote for Trump because he's not the left. And I know it's a little more complicated than that, but that's essentially what it boils down to. And you don't want to get into a habit of automatically doing one thing just because it's not the other thing. Some things are black and white where it can only be one or the other, but often things are not like that. And this is one of those things. So I think we just need to be careful of thinking Trump is some great savior just because he's not Biden or anyone on the left. Is he really someone that we admire as a leader and want ourselves to be like, and want our fathers, brothers, sons, and men in our life to be like? Do we really want them to be like Trump? So I just think we got to be careful who we're admiring, and we should just take a second look at everything. This government has done a lot of things that weren't on the up and up in our best interest. If you're a fan of the channel, you kind of know my opinions on that, and you kind of know how I ride with that. But just take a second look, question if the government's really working for you, and they're the ones telling you all the information about this shooting. They're the ones who were lacking during the shooting, and this has their fingerprints all over it. So if there's anything about this that sucks, it's the government's fault. So just keep that in mind. And I'm sure there's probably some points or angles about this that I missed and that I want to cover. But as I said, in the next stream or next podcast or something, if there's any more details or if I think of something new, a new angle on it, I'll bring it up then. And I guess that's the end of this stream. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Y'all let me know what y'all are thinking about Big Brother. I know part 2 of the season premiere is out tonight. I'm probably going to try to go live and cover that. It's going to come on in about 30 minutes, so I probably will go live, talk my shit, watch Big Brother, and hopefully I can figure out how to watch it without letting y'all hear the sound. So I'll see if I can get that rigged up. But if not, I'm going to try to have a podcast within the next 2 weeks, and I really just want to get in the habit of streaming at least once a week for you guys, and talking my shit and seeing if y'all can get in there and get in the chat. We can have some conversations and really dissect the things that are going on politically and otherwise, and just talk our shit. So I guess until next time, that's Elegy from Where There's Smoke. I'm out. Thanks for coming out, watching the stream.